Good morning, Fenlanders. Welcome to Fenland Farming Adventures. I'm Daniel and I'll be your host for today. In today's show we are going to do some spraying. Oh, bird scare going off. I'm going to try and do some spraying. Oh no. Oh no. God dang it. I've already had the dogs out. They've been fed, watered, you name it. My pipe leaking. God. Maybe it did get frosty last night. Man, it was a humdinger. I reckon it was down to about 2-3 degrees last night, and then we're going to talking of a frost tonight, so what a delight. We get my sprayer over here. I can't have any fertilizer or manganese or anything in my sprayer, so I'm going to have one last little good rinse out of my fertilizer and get my nozzles changed over, then go and do my weed killer, and then have another good little wash out. Yeah, just a few 100 litres I guess, just to wash it out, make sure there's nothing in there. See him today, look. See him flying over. Another one coming. Oh, say can you see? Oh man, I want to go. I want to have a go in one of them, real bad. So if anyone out there flies an F-35 and you got a spare seat, oh, really dog, right in the doorway, stupid dog, had been out before, poor Boris, caught him when he's at his most vulnerable, and it looks like I'll have to find a shovel. Stupid dog. Poor little dog's got fed 3 times last night, I think. I went and fed him, Mum went and fed him, and Grandad went and fed him. Grumpster went and fed him as well. So they're probably like, brilliant, we've got loads of food. Alright. Use the old Alice as a clamp. Oh yeah. Oh, now I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. That's got that. These things always pump out whatever water they don't need in the engine. So you have to keep an eye on these tanks, seriously. Yeah, all good. Yeah, they always pump out what water they don't want in the header tank. So you have to be careful that they don't keep pumping a little bit more water out every time you start out. They get to a level, which is great. Oh, it is raw out there. At least it's not windy. Never doubted it. It's been cold, hasn't been used for a few days. Yeah, make sure I wrote down in my book what I'd done the other day. Yeah, I got it. So what are we on Thursday now, I think? So, whoa. Key with spraying, if there's any new spray operators out there, always do your paperwork. Always make sure you fill your paperwork out as you do it and you don't become confused of what you got, what you've done, especially this year. This year is especially bad because I've got some bits were drilled early, some bits were drilled in the middle, some bits were drilled when the sugar beet came out, and then some bits were drilled a couple of weeks ago. which I don't think they're going to come to anything, but at least they're greened up, you know. So it's sort of odd, isn't it? I've got 3 or 4 different stages of winter wheat this year, so yeah, always make sure you write down what you've done. Say little fields have been having a little dose of fertiliser at different times to the rest of it, so I was getting myself confused the other day. Cookie was like, what have you done? I was like, hang on, let me resort to my Bible. Right. Oh, wrong one. Go and put 500 litres through this. Just stick a cheeky 500 litres back through my fert nozzles and all through my induction hopper, because I forgot to do it the other day. And to be honest, I was washing out IBC containers full of that had fert in as well, so probably shouldn't have had that, but I had extra fert, so I filled both my tanks up. And he's like, what are we going to do with this? I was like, I ain't got a clue. I was like, hang on a minute. Sorted it. So I washed a load of them out, 4 or 5 of them, 3 or 4 of them, and yeah, so it's still really fert, isn't it? So right, let's go and get filled up. Simple enough. Well, Fenlanders, we're ready. We're loaded up. I probably should have put that stuff in. Hey, my steering's working. Yay! I probably should have travelled to the field. And then put the stuff in when I got to the field, maybe, I don't know. That stuff's supposed to curdle with manganese, so we obviously put a lot of manganese on for nutrients for the wheat and stuff, but this stuff is a weed killer, so I probably should have chucked it in. But then I've had 2 loads of water through there, so there shouldn't be any manganese in there at all. So we'll get to the field and see how we get on. Got my cup of tea, got my bananas. Let's go. Gotta go along and change all my nozzles over now. This should be fun. Right, there's my nozzles all changed over. I've never actually explained to you what I do with my nozzles. Oh, that's a bit cleaner. Right, blue is like 150 litres a hectare, which is like just odd jobs that I want to clear up, you know, that still need a good water volume, but can be cut down a little bit. They're obviously my liquid fert nozzles. I always use these Billericay nozzles. I haven't really changed from any of them. They always seem to do a good job. So the brown ones I use for blight and sugar beet and stuff. Alright, sugar beet, you could say I could use a blue one and cut down my water volume as well, but I could do both sugar beet fields and both potato fields with one tank, you know. So if I do it at 200 litres a hectare, it'll be that. If I have to put like Titus on or anything at 300-400 litres a hectare, I use them. Just obviously go a lot slower. I do 8k instead of like 12. If I'm putting phaser on and stuff, which is like 500 litres a hectare, I'll use that, but it cuts me down to like, I don't know, 6.5, 7k, but at least the stuff has got good water volume to get it on the leaf. And then my pink ones really I just use during winter time when I'm trying to do manganese and stuff. When I just want to put like a couple of thousand litres of water in the sprayer and not get stuck anywhere, but still cover 20 hectares, I use them. So I did think about having some 3D Defy angled nozzles backwards and forwards, but for the price of these Billericay bubble jets, like, they always seem to do a good job. So I'm just going to go and clear up a field of weed killer over Hotwald. Late drilled. Oh, I'm getting too fat to get in my sprayer. Late drilled, and yeah, Hotwald Fen was late drilled, and it's just showing a little bit of signs of chickweed and stuff coming through. So I'm just going to race over there, just chuck a quick dollop on with my blue nozzles on, and I'll keep them on for my doing my growth regulator and stuff, my T1s, you know. So nothing too major, nothing too exciting. I can cover the ground. I'm still putting a decent water volume on, and still getting good coverage. So yeah, the pink ones I kind of just use for manganese in the winter time. It's just, you know, you don't want to go out there with a full tank, especially this year with what was the hair? You don't want to go out there with a full tank this year. It's just it's been a nightmare. So a couple of 3,000 litres maybe, 3 tonne extra on the sprayer, and just go and cover some ground with not a lot of weight on, rather than filling up with 4,000 litres. So should be all good now. I've had 2 tankfuls of water through this, so that's why I was probably in my normal gloves when I should have been changing my nozzles in my other ones. So there we go, we're out now. There should be enough in there to enough washing out now. I've done 2 washouts, and then I'll just have to have a washout when I get back. But no manganese can mix with this stuff I'm using, so I'll find out what the stuff is that I'm using and go from there. Now I want to have a little moan here after we finish spraying. The RSPB are going out buying up land. Look, there's 2 diggers down there, a van, site foreman, someone watching, and someone doing some work. But yeah, I mean, they've had the same chance as what everybody else has had to buy the land, so they're just the only ones that were willing to pay the extortionate prices of it. We used to farm this land here for a little while, about 5 years I think we had it, and it's all sandy black, kind of rubbishy land, but it is still food growing land. And they've got, I don't know, is there 300 acres this side, another 100 acres nearly this side. Grows awesome spuds, grows decent wheat if you can get it right, and you have the rain at the right time, or you put some irrigation on. It just totally devoid of any life out there, you know. The RSPB kind of want all the wildlife and stuff, so I just don't see any wildlife out there. I just don't know what they're up to. I mean, stop giving money to the RSPB. Farmers do a far better job by the looks of it, you know. I'm not slating them. I don't want to slate them because I've worked closely with them, so it just seems devoid of life is what I'm saying. Why don't they, the first job I would have done is gone out there and drilled a whole load of wild flower mixes, you know, pollinators and bees and stuff, and once you got that, you got the rest of the wildlife to follow, you know. But they spent, I don't know how much, building a new badger set over there, which is ridiculous, and I can't thank them enough for that, but they've got to do it, I suppose. It's just, the world's gone mad. The world has gone mad. There's badgers in the dike, and they wanted to move the dike around or something, so they had to build them a new badger set. So I just don't see the point. I mean, I can moan about it all day long, but like I said, we all had the same opportunity to buy the land as what they did, so I can't moan that they're buying up farmland and and turning it into something they want. I don't see where they're gaining anything really, but I mean they have got some cranes on there. So yeah, that's my little rant for today out of the way. Hopefully the rest of the day will be all fun. Yeah, no, I don't see the point in what they're trying to achieve. I really don't. Some of the land was bought off my cousin, some of the land was bought off my nan. You know, and it could be an epic place for wildlife. If they listen to a farmer, I suppose, but they know what they're doing. So I just don't get it. And what happens then what happens if we go to war and there's a shortage of food and all the trade routes and stuff get blown up and stuff like that? You know, always think of the worst case scenario. You're going out and buying farmland up and digging water grips and stuff, channels and stuff all over it, so it can't really be used for farming again. I always look at life with the worst case scenario, and yeah, that doesn't make much sense to me, but it's not great farmland, so, but it would still grow food. So if you're going to cover it in wild flower mixes and stuff, I think they'd have a lot more wildlife there, you know. That's my eyes anyway, my point of view. They've got their own point of view, so I won't fall out with them. I don't want to fall out with them. I just think that it's just totally devoid of any life out there. So yeah, I don't really get it. I don't really get it. So that's my little rant done for the day. Let's head back to the farm. I've got to clean this out, obviously, because I'm going on a manganese tomorrow. So we'll get washed out. I might even do a load of manganese while I'm at it. Fill right up with manganese and see how we get on. Cheers, guys.